Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and today I'm speaking about an Aries ascendant, a Sagittarius moon, and a Cancer sun. So you have your ascendant degree or your rising sign is in cardinal fire, ruled by Mars, masculine. Your moon is in mutable fire, ruled by Jupiter, masculine again. And you have your sun. It's a difficult placement for the sun. Sun is in fall. And in Cancer, which is again cardinal water, feminine. So the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. Okay, and the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. For you, this is Aries, so the ascendant is kind of like the armor you wear, the Jungian mask or the persona that you assume to interact with the world. It is how the world perceives you. It's your physical body, how you look, your illnesses, your hand gestures, and so much more. It is a sum total of your being in 3D, okay? Now, when you walk into a room with your purposeful Aries stride and those edgy eyes, people can see you're a leader. You're the archetype of the pioneer and the trailblazer. You're not afraid to make eye contact. You're not afraid to stare an enemy down or even pursue the object of your desire. You are quite the dominant, but of course you have your moon, a sun in Cancer, so may not be as dominant, but your Aries ascendant, it makes you more of a dominant because, with the fire signs, it's all about trailblazing, going places where no one's gone, doing things that no one else will dare to do. So having an Aries ascendant, you're the infant of the zodiac, is the first sign of the zodiac, and with infancy comes a streak of selfishness. So it's best to practice enlightened selfishness, a term coined by eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest, right? So to truly become enlightened about the process of selfishness will take you to the place where you need to be the true visionary. Remember, Mars is not just about Mars not just about combativeness, competition, or strife or war. It is about our action principle, without which we can get nothing done. So especially for you being an Aries ascendant, you have to check the placement of Mars and the aspects and dispositions to truly get a whole rounded story. Now, whenever your soul is born in Aries, it's time for a new directionality. But these waters of agitating fires of Aries are turbulent. The Aries, according to esoteric astrology, is a sign of death, together with Scorpio and Pisces. You have to die in these signs to be reborn again. Okay, and this is a sign of spring, so there's moistness everywhere, there's vibrancy, radiance, and it's a promise of renewal, Aries. So always empower Mars. Otherwise, you have so much physical energy, it can eat you up. Exercise is a must. Okay, and a healthy Mars will have your temper under control. Otherwise, if you have not empowered your Mars, if you have a very difficult Mars, your temper can be out of control. Road rage, domestic violence, and all of that can happen. So be careful of how you handle your chi. Now, remember, Aries rules the head, so this is a very important part of your being. Very sharp features, well-defined features, lack of empathy in the eyes. Even women tend to wear their hair short, and also their bodies are more squarish, more masculine, more testosterone in them. Okay, so if you have a difficult Mars, then it could result, and your 6th house is Virgo, so Virgo rules digestion, and the nervous system. And Aries rules the head. So what you put in your mouth, if you're angry, upset, it can exacerbate. Also, having a healthy Mars would mean that you are not reacting to everything violently or just with closed eyes. You're thinking before you're reacting. Remember, the sole ruler of Aries is Mercury, Thoth Hermes, which is higher wisdom, divine wisdom. So, another thing that you've got to figure out is you're so swift moving, you can have an accident, especially when Mars is transiting, Mars is touching your natal planets or your progress planets. Okay, and that can be careful of guns, heavy machinery, road rage, and all of that, especially during difficult transits of Mars. Virgo can also be the warrior, and this is your sixth house of health. So, keep everything balanced to find the best expression of these archetypes. You're the archetype of the pioneer with your ascendant degree, with your rising sign. Now, Moon in Sagittarius, you are the eternal gypsy. You like to move from place to place. You don't like to settle down anywhere. Routine, regime, they annoy you. You are not great at commitment. You want to try very many things. And working with foreigners or living in a foreign place actually enriches you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. The moon is a very private part of us. It's our mother, our childhood, the idea of nurturance, how we give it, how we receive it. Moon rules your breast and your stomach. So the whole theme of the moon is connected to nurturance and nourishment. Okay, the moon is also our emotional body, how we connect, how we emote. Okay, it is who we are when no one is looking, and we are really stressed out. The moon sign attributes come out. Okay, you're very optimistic, positive, always have a smile. You're very jovial, but you're very blunt and not great with completions and detailing. You're great with the larger picture. And the best thing with Sagittarius moon is you are an eternal learner and you're an eternal teacher. And oftentimes you teach what you need to learn. That is how you grow. You grow, and you are the philosopher. This is the archetype of the philosopher. You're a deep thinker, and you're very concerned with truth and justice and all of that. But don't become overzealous or bigoted, because your truth is not the only truth. When you hold on to that ideology, then you tune into the shadow side of Sagittarius. Otherwise, Sagittarius is so expansive, so concerned with the Zen aspect of life, and they're the only sign that is equally connected to nature as well as to academia. Okay, you will see they're so outdoorsy, and Mars is exalted in Sagittarius. So, and your Aries ascendant, your ruler is Mars. So if you have a 9th house Mars conjunct your moon, may mean things. Of course, a lot of things have to be seen, but moon in the 9th house, you're not happy with everything around you. You're the most spiritual of all the fire signs. Okay, the most spiritual. And Sagittarius rules the hips and the thighs and the pituitary gland, which is the mother gland that deals with lactation, menstrual cycles, fertility, thyroid issues, production of oxytocin. So if there is any imbalance with your moon, then all of these imbalances, hormonal imbalances can show up. Pain in the hips and the thighs can show up. Be careful of injuries to your hips and your thighs, okay? And always take care, or always travel, because Sagittarius deals with long distance travel. So your moon in Sagittarius will never be happy if you do not travel. If you don't have the resources, then try to figure out ways where maybe you can take a class or you can do something or teach online. But you need to travel and experience cultures locally, like a local individual, not like you're not the 5-star stay person. You want to merge with new cultures, and that enriches you beyond belief. And you've seen that, you know. You're very much a social creature, very spontaneous, but you can be very blunt and say things that hurt people. And you can be an adrenaline junkie. So, taking too many risks. This is something you need to balance. Everything must work in harmony. Think of Oprah Winfrey. She has a moon in Sagittarius. What an expansive, open, humorous, witty lady she is. Now the sun, you have a sun in Cancer, 4th house. Your father was probably quite emotional. Oh, your mother was probably a foreigner, or your wife will be a foreigner. For men, even women, you can be married to somebody not from your culture. 3rd house sun means that your father is very active in the local neighborhood, may have taught you a lot about communication. Your siblings are important to you in your life's goal, in your local neighborhood. Now, having a Gemini sun in the 3rd and a moon in Sag means your sun and moon are in opposition. So your parents may have been very different people and they may have fought a lot. Now, 3rd house sun. The sun is our goal, our ambition, not in the Martian way, but in the more soul purpose way. The sun is a healthy dose of I am, okay? And it's like our sun who sustains life. If he was a red giant, he'd swallow us up. If he was a white dwarf, he'd have no light and warmth from him, no sustenance. So he has to be right in the middle. So having a sun is almost like our sun, where we are able to sustain life and nourish life and nurture life. Okay, and with sun and Cancer, you're definitely about finding something that nourishes your soul, your emotional need to look after people, because Cancer is a sign of the mother and the child, rules the breast and the stomach like the moon. Okay, and your moon ruler happens to be and your moon happens to be in Sagittarius, right? So this is definitely about you not just becoming centered on your family, but looking at the world as your family, because ultimately that's what your Sagittarius moon is pushing you towards. Your Cancer sun is definitely going to find work and do something where you are the caregiver in some way. It can be social work, counseling, community activities, and all of that. You have the pioneer, you have the philosopher, and you have the communicator, writing about different cultures, because you can move around vlogging about different cultures, and your Aries ascendant saying go, go, go. The thing with Sagittarius is it's not great at stopping anywhere. The thing with Aries, it doesn't stop anywhere. And Cancer wants to stop, wants to experience, wants to feel. And your Cancer sun is probably providing you with intuition and ESP. You could be psychic with your Cancer sun, especially because it's in opposition to your moon. Okay, it's very powerful. It tunes into your psychic aura and your morphogenetic field. So I hope you like that as much as I like making it for you. Oh, Gemini rules the lungs and the arms. It's a sign of the twins, Castor and Pollux. There's tremendous duality with sun in Gemini if you don't know how to balance your sun. Okay, it's about finding expression through blogging, writing, journalism, all of that. Comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and visit my website to check out my merch and all the readings I offer. Thank you.